Free agency has been perfect. The front office has gotten us everything we need. So with that being said, who y'all want at 26? Good people, it's your boy Mr. Rome, Cowboys fan talk, right back like I never left. What's up with y'all, man? How are y'all feeling? I'm feeling phenomenal. Our front office has handled free agency perfectly. Could we have gotten bigger name free agents and all that? We could have. We that's the thing I've been saying. We didn't need super huge big free agents. We have stars on our team. Dak Prescott, Micah Parsons, Trayvon Diggs, DeMarcus Lawrence, CeeDee Lamb. Like, we got stars everywhere. Tyler Smith. We good. We are good. What we need was perfectly placed, not even role players, perfectly placed additions. Brandon Cooks on another team needing to be a one wouldn't mean as much. On our team, being able to take the top off a defense is something that we didn't have in our offense. Being a veteran, having all of those 30-yard plus catches since he's been in the league, still being under 30, perfect veteran to add. Stephon Gilmore, being that good last year, being that good. Now, being able to be paired with this pass rush, perfect addition. But today we're not talking about that. Today we're going to talk about who y'all want at 26. See, it's draft season. I haven't done a mock draft on YouTube yet. That's coming. But, I went ahead and just kind of went through. Look, who would I want to fall to 26? Because, it's what-if season. It's hope season. A whole lot of people been mocking a tight end to the Cowboys. And I'm like, tight end? They're trying to have Kincaid, I think, from Utah to the Cowboys. I'm like, or Mayer. I think his name Mayer from Notre Dame. I'm like, I don't like those picks. So let me tell you a couple players that I wouldn't mind falling to the Cowboys. First and foremost, I ain't going to hold you. If Bijan Robinson's there at 26, I ain't going to be that mad. I ain't going to be mad if the Cowboys take him. I ain't. Because at that point, you're just loading up the clip. Now, Tony Pollard's amazing. And we'll be just fine if Tony Pollard's there. You see his yards per carry. No joke. Top 5 in the league. You know what I'm saying? So we wouldn't be doing bad. Remember, he just had a broken bone. He did not tear a ligament. God forbid. So, yeah, Tony Pollard will be fine. And we got stable now with who we've added in free agency. Ronald Jones. You know what I'm saying? We still got Dowdle. We still got Malik Davis. We're good at running back if we don't do anything. But if Bijan's there, running a 4.46, athleticism, vision, yes. Bijan and Tony Pollard, that'd be a game changer. But we'll see. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? That's like one of the picks that's divisive. Cowboys Nation kind of split down the middle on that. And that's fine. But what if today Jackson Smith and Jigma, I think I said his name right, JSN. Remember, he missed most of the year with a hamstring injury. So people kind of up and down on him. So with the injury and then him running a 4.5 today at this pro day at Ohio State, people is kind of... Because remember last time somebody ran a 4.5, they felt it was his name was CeeDee Lamb. Now, we were like 17, I think, that year, 18. So I don't know if Jackson Smith is falling to 26. But maybe another receiver runs a faster 40, looks like he can take the top off a defense, and then a couple of these other players start to go, and then you look up, and Jackson Smith falls to us. Now, he did meet with the Giants, and they need receivers, so I can't guarantee that. Because skill set wise, he's probably the best in the draft. But let's just say, what if he did? Would you take him? Absolutely. You say that's too many receivers. No, it ain't. I'd take 4. I would take 4, no question. No disrespect to Michael Gallup. But yeah, I would take him. No disrespect, but I would take him. We just have 4 receivers. It is what it is. We'd be insulated. You know what I'm saying? And then you start saying, well, what about tight end? Well, what about tight end? I told you, Kincaid has been mocked to us. They're saying he's like He's a better pass catcher than a blocker. Let's just say that. You know what I'm saying? Not as well rounded as the Notre Dame tight end. He reminds me of like Jason Witten. But then you start saying, well, what if we just go like phenomenal, freakish attributes and athlete? What if we go Darnell Washington? 6'7", 270? Like he's a tackle playing tight end. Not the fastest, but just a physical anomaly. Catch radius is wild. You can throw that ball, he jump in the air, that's 7, like 8. Who's covering that? I don't care who's covering that. I don't care how slow. He didn't get enough targets or enough offensive opportunities at Georgia. You bring Darnell Washington here, Dak Prescott would go crazy. Having to cover Brandon Cooks on the deep routes, quick slants and stuff like that, having to cover CeeDee Lamb, which people were bracketing all last year. What you gonna do? Leave him by himself on a tight end, on a linebacker? What you gonna do with that? In the red zone, he'd be the red zone killer. That tall, you throw the ball high, it's a wrap. It's like Shaq. It would be crazy. And then blocking wise, him next to Tyler Smith, you talking about complete dominance. Darnell Washington I would take him. I don't know about any other tight end because the other tight ends it's kind of like we've seen that before. Washington is just so huge. Only thing I'm worried about that height. You know what I'm saying? With knee injuries and stuff, that height just scares me a little bit. It just do. You know what I'm saying? But it's fun to think about. It is fun to think about. Let's talk about somebody else I love from Georgia, though. Nolan Smith, man. As you know, this year's Micah Parsons. Everybody Micah Parsons till you realize it's only one of those. Yeah, and we got him. But 4.3 speed off the edge. Now, he's light, but he's country strong. Sometimes your physical, like, stature and pause, your girth, don't match your actual physical strength. Nolan Smith is super strong. He plays the run incredibly well. He uses his speed and his smaller stature to his advantage. He gets in there quick. And then top speed, like he's outrunning most receivers. Everybody on this list, faster than Bijan, faster than Njigma, like just blazing speed. One of the top 40s in the country at edge. But to be able to put Micah on one edge and him on the other edge, because look, the Cowboys ain't hurting for edge. We got Micah Parsons, who does both. D-Law. We re-signed Takk McKinley. Got Dante Fowler. We got Dorrance Armstrong. We got Sam Williams. We got edges. You know, now you would say, well, what about Sam Williams and stuff? You figure it out. You take the edges and you figure it out. You just do. You know what I'm saying? That's me. If Nolan Smith is there, I'm taking him. I'll figure it out. With a surplus of edges, everybody needs an edge. I'll just trade and get more capital. Someone else. But I'm taking Smith. That's me. Cowboys right now. I don't run teams, but I'm telling you me. Last but not least, current mock. I think Daniel Jeremiah's current mock. Let's definitely bring him up. Mazi Smith. Mazi Smith is a house. 6'3", 337. A complete house. Mazi Smith is what you call a Lego piece, a foundational piece. And what are you saying? I'm saying that he helps to solidify that defensive front. And his presence, he's a younger version of what Hankins is. Just a trash can full of dirt, as they call it. You ain't moving him. He look vicious. He look angry. It's going to take 2 linemen to move him. And with a division with lines like Philly that got some strength up front, you need that. Can't have the light in the back pockets D tackles no more. Also, Diggy pass rush specialist. Great to have him at DT. But next to him, you need a Mazi Smith. That's why we talking about getting Hankins. Even though he's not trying to sign, but we'll get into that. There might be other possible veteran. You know, it's D-tackle veterans you can throw in there. You know what I'm saying? But Mazi Smith, that's an investment in your D-line that we ain't never made. And it would pay dividends for Micah Parsons if he's flowing back there. For LVE, no question. He plays a lot better with that in front of him. For Damone Clark. Damone Clark's going to have a good year, too. Damone Clark's going to have a good year. Don't mark my words. Mazi Smith changes your linebacker room. I'm telling you. He takes the run game will be solidified. The defensive run game, defensive stopping the run game will be solidified with Mazi Smith. That's why you take him. You know what I'm saying? But I want to know in the comments who y'all want to take. I just threw 5 out there. I know I'm missing some people. I'm just getting deep into the draft coverage. Shout out to my boy J Tuck, Vach, Foots, Skywalker Still, BJ Nix, Boss Cowboy, Big Game James, everybody that be putting me on, Law Nation. Y'all be deep in the draft. CFT is coming. I'm getting there. I know I missed some names. Don't kill me. Anybody I didn't mention, you know, CFT ain't got no beef with nobody. I love y'all. But these just 5 names I'm thinking about. If they're at 26, I'm taking them. I'm taking them and feeling good about every last one of them. But I want to know who y'all would take. Y'all help me out. It's time to get deep in it. I'm going to throw my first mock out there soon. Maybe tomorrow. It's your boy, Mr. Wrong. I'll holla.